Your dog is staring at you. Right now, maybe, or 5 minutes ago, or every morning while you eat breakfast. That long, steady gaze. Those eyes, locked on yours, like you're the most important thing in the universe. We tell ourselves a nice story about that stare. Your dog loves you. Your dog is connecting with you. Your dog is basically a furry little soulmate who just happens to not speak English. And here's the thing. Some of that is true, but most of it misses what's actually happening inside your dog's brain when they lock eyes with you. Because that stare, it's not just affection. It's not just a quirk of domestication. It's a biological mechanism so powerful that it literally rewired the canine brain over 15,000 years of evolution. And once you understand what's really going on, you'll realize your dog has been running a sophisticated neurochemical program on you this entire time. Here's the reality. For most dog owners, the staring thing is simple. Dog stares equals dog loves you. It's the puppy dog eyes explanation. Your dog gazes at you because you're their person. End of story. It feels good to believe, so we believe it. But here's the problem with that explanation. It doesn't explain anything. If staring is just about love, why do dogs stare at strangers? Why do they stare at other dogs? Sometimes right before a fight. Why does a dog who has never been fed from the table stare directly at your sandwich with an intensity that could burn a hole through bread? Why do some dogs stare at walls, or at nothing, or at a spot on the floor that makes you check for ghosts? The love story also doesn't explain the timing. Your dog doesn't stare at you constantly. They stare at you at specific moments. When you're eating, when you're getting ready to leave, when you're holding a leash, when you've been ignoring them for too long. Those stares aren't random bursts of affection. They're targeted, they're strategic. They have a function. And to understand that function, we need to go back to a moment roughly 15,000 years ago, when two species looked at each other for the first time, and something extraordinary happened. Here's the part most people never think about. In the animal kingdom, sustained eye contact almost always means one of two things: aggression or fear. A wolf staring at another wolf is issuing a challenge. A primate staring at another primate is signaling dominance. Across virtually every mammal species, prolonged gaze is threatening, and the appropriate response is to look away or prepare to fight. So why did dogs end up different? The answer was discovered in 2015 by a team of Japanese researchers led by Miho Nagasawa at Azabu University. They measured oxytocin levels, the so-called bonding hormone, in dogs and their owners before and after sustained eye contact. What they found was extraordinary. When a dog and their owner gaze at each other for an extended period, both species experience a spike in oxytocin. The dog's oxytocin goes up, the owner's oxytocin goes up. And here's the wild part. It works in both directions. The dog's gaze triggers the human's oxytocin release, which in turn makes the human more affectionate, which triggers more oxytocin in the dog, which makes the dog gaze longer. It's a positive feedback loop. A mutual gaze, oxytocin, more oxytocin spiral. That is, as far as we know, unique in the animal kingdom. Wolves don't do this. Even hand-raised wolves who trust their human handlers don't trigger this oxytocin loop. The mechanism evolved specifically during domestication. Dogs who could trigger this neurochemical response in humans got more care, more protection, and more resources. So the genes that enabled it spread through the population. Your dog staring at you isn't just affection. It's a 15,000-year-old neurochemical program that your dog's ancestors evolved specifically to manipulate your brain chemistry. And the craziest part? It worked so well that it changed your dog's brain too. When your dog stares at you, a cascade of neural events unfolds in their brain that most owners never think about. First, the visual cortex processes your face. Dogs, unlike most mammals, have specialized neural circuitry for facial recognition, and they've tuned it specifically to human faces, not dog faces. A 2016 study in the Journal of Neuroscience found that dogs have a face-selective region in their temporal cortex that responds more strongly to human faces than to any other visual stimulus, including other dogs. Second, the amygdala, the brain's emotional processing center, evaluates the emotional content of your face. Dogs can read human facial expressions with remarkable accuracy. They can distinguish between happy, angry, and neutral faces, and their amygdala responds differently to each. When your dog stares at you, they're not just looking at you, they're reading you. Your micro-expressions, your pupil dilation, the tiny muscle movements around your eyes and mouth, all of it is being processed in real time. Third, and most importantly, the oxytocin receptors in your dog's nucleus accumbens, the reward center of the brain, activate. This is the same brain region that lights up when humans take addictive drugs. Your dog's brain literally rewards them for staring at you. The gaze feels good, neurochemically good, which is why they keep doing it. Here's the one that breaks people's brains a little. Dogs are one of the only non-primate species that exhibit a left gaze bias when looking at human faces. Humans do this too. We instinctively look at the right side of a face first, because the right side of the brain, which processes the left visual field, is dominant for facial emotion processing. Dogs have independently evolved the same bias. They're reading your face the same way other humans read your face. So now we understand the mechanism. But not all stares are the same. Your dog's gaze changes depending on what they want, what they're feeling, and what's happening in their environment. Here's how to decode what your dog is actually saying. The soft stare. Eyes relaxed, pupils normal, body loose, maybe a slow blink. This is the oxytocin stare, the bonding gaze. Your dog is calm, content, and reinforcing their connection with you. If your dog gives you this stare, they're not asking for anything. They're just running the mutual gaze program because it feels good. Congratulations, your brain chemistry is being lovingly manipulated. The hard stare. Eyes unblinking, pupils constricted, body tense, no blinking. This is not the oxytocin stare. This is the wolf stare. The one that, before domestication, meant aggression. If your dog gives you this stare, especially alongside a stiff body or a low growl, back off. This is a warning, not affection. Context matters. A hard stare at another dog means, I'm about to start something. A hard stare at a stranger means, I don't trust you. Take it seriously. The sandwich stare. Eyes wide, pupils dilated, gaze locked on the object of desire, which is usually whatever you're eating. This is an anticipatory stare. Your dog has learned, through thousands of repetitions, that staring at food sometimes makes food happen. It's not affection. It's not aggression. It's operant conditioning in action, and your dog is working you. The bathroom stare. Your dog follows you to the bathroom and stares at you while you're on the toilet. Why? Because in a wolf pack, vulnerable moments, like elimination, are when protection is needed. Your dog is guarding you during a moment of vulnerability. It's awkward for you. It's loyalty for them. The wall stare. If your dog stares at a wall for extended periods, especially if they seem confused or distressed, call your vet. Canine cognitive dysfunction, the dog equivalent of dementia, can manifest as blank staring at nothing. It can also be a sign of focal seizures or neurological issues. Not all staring is behavioral. Here's the one that really lands. Remember that oxytocin loop we talked about? The mutual gaze oxytocin more gaze feedback system? That loop didn't just make dogs more affectionate, it literally changed their biology. Dogs that are better at triggering the oxytocin response in humans have a distinct facial muscle that wolves don't. The levator anguli oculi medialis, or LAOM. This is the muscle that allows dogs to raise their inner eyebrows, creating the puppy dog eyes expression that humans find irresistible. A 2019 study by Burrows at Duquesne University compared the facial muscles of dogs and wolves. The finding was clear. Dogs have a well-developed LAOM muscle. Wolves don't. The muscle evolved specifically because dogs that could make that expression triggered more oxytocin in humans, which led to more care and more breeding opportunities, which reinforced the muscle across generations. Your dog's eyebrows are a domestication artifact. They exist because staring, and the facial expressions that amplify staring, created a selective advantage over 15,000 years, and it goes deeper. A 2017 study found that dogs produce more facial movements when a human is paying attention to them than when a human is turned away. Your dog isn't just making faces at you. Your dog is making faces at you, strategically, adaptively, in response to whether you're watching. The stare, in other words, didn't just help dogs live with humans. The stare helped make dogs into dogs. It sculpted their facial anatomy, rewired their social cognition, and built a bridge between two species that, by every normal rule of the animal kingdom, should never have formed. So the next time your dog stares at you, don't just see the love, see the 15,000 years of evolution. See the oxytocin flooding both your brains. See the facial muscles that wolves never needed. See the silent, ancient conversation happening between two species who figured out, against all odds, how to read each other. Let's bring it all together. It's a 15,000-year-old neurochemical mechanism, the oxytocin feedback loop, that co-evolved during domestication and exists in almost no other species. It's a sophisticated facial reading system. Your dog's brain processes your expressions with specialized neural hardware, including a left gaze bias independently evolved to match how humans read faces. It's a multi-purpose signal. The soft stare bonds, the hard stare warns, the anticipatory stare requests, the bathroom stare protects, and the wall stare, that one might need a vet. And it's the mechanism that literally sculpted your dog's face. Those puppy dog eyes, they exist because staring worked so well as a bonding strategy that the anatomy changed to make it work better. If you learned something today, if you're now going to look at your dog's stare with completely different eyes, hit that subscribe button. We're building a channel that explains the hidden science behind the animal behaviors you see every day, and every subscription helps us dig deeper. Drop a comment. What's the weirdest thing your dog does? That behavior you can't explain, the one that makes no sense. Tell us below. We read every comment, and your question might just become the next episode. Thanks for watching. And the next time your dog stares at you across the room, know that they're not just looking, they're talking, in a language that took 15,000 years to evolve, and that only two species on Earth can speak.